Wisconsin, as I share our agenda for the next 2 years together, we begin this biennium in the best fiscal position we've ever been in our 175 years of statehood.
We'll have balanced reaction from lawmakers as the battle over where to spend your tax dollars begins.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us tonight at 9. Governor Tony Evers presenting his state budget proposal this evening.
Yeah, he offered many funding proposals that drew applause from Democrats while calling for bipartisanship and meaningful debate on behalf of people of Wisconsin. However, there are some areas of agreement in all of this. Both sides want to use the state's record high projected budget surplus of around $7 billion to cut taxes. Republicans are looking at a flat income tax. Evers wants to target the middle class. Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos has suggested a compromise can be reached. Evers signed a budget 2 years ago that included a $2 billion income tax cut approved by the Republican legislature.
I promise you this, in this budget, there's more that unites us than divides us. These aren't Republican or Democrat priorities, they're Wisconsin priorities, areas where we should be able to find common ground.
Now, some of the governor's key proposals include, but are not limited to, using $2.5 billion to fund K-12 public schools, a 10% tax cut for single people earning up to $100,000 and for couples earning up to $150,000. He wants $290 million to cover repair and renovation to the Milwaukee Brewers Stadium, and he would devote 20% of the state sales tax to helping local governments. Evers used part of his speech to convince critics that his spending proposals are a good use of taxpayer dollars.
While we must find ways to save when we can, we have a duty to invest in needs that have been long neglected. While we cannot afford to be careless or reckless, we have a duty to protect the future we've worked hard to build together. While we must continue to stay well within our means, we have a duty to create prosperity that will define our state for generations. My plan to cut your taxes is a good example. I promised cutting taxes would be a part of our agenda to help working families afford rising costs, and it is. And I'm proposing we do it responsibly by targeting relief to working Wisconsinites who need help affording those rising costs.
Of course, local lawmakers have their own wish lists they were hoping to hear included in the governor's address. And
tonight we're going to hear from those lawmakers. Fox 11's Ben Krumholtz spoke with a few of them immediately after the governor's speech. He joins us now live from the Capitol tonight. And Ben, what was the general reaction that you heard?
Michelle, both sides said that they heard things that they liked. Democratic State Representative Christina Shelton told me tonight is a night to celebrate, while Republican State Senators Andre Jacques and Eric Wimberger told me they're anxious to dig into the details of this budget. Tonight we're hearing that initial reaction from both sides of the aisle.
Buddy has good ideas on how to spend your money. I know that. We'll see what the details are, but there's some things I think are good. The Nishki Bridge I heard, and we'll see where we can go with that one. I would have liked to hear something about the Southern Bridge Connector, but also more details on the PFAS situation that he had in mind.
I mean, this budget that the governor put forward tonight reflects the will of the people. This is our budget. It's the budget of me and you and the people in the communities, everyone in this room. These are the priorities that I hear every day in the 90th and across the state. So this is a real tangible product that we can deliver.
Democratic Governor Tony Evers says high-quality education has to start early.
Our budget expands access to quality, affordable health or child care for Wisconsin kids through our successful Child Care Counts initiative that helps stabilize our child care industry during the pandemic.
But Republican State Senator Andre Jacques has some criticism for Governor Evers regarding child care.
I think there needs to be other systemic changes that aren't necessarily made within the document, nor are they necessarily the fiscal policies that should be within a budget, but that didn't really stop the governor in a lot of other areas.
Amber Lynn, an Appleton resident, is a single mother of 2 girls. She says it's been hard finding childcare for her youngest, Luna.
Every time I try to contact a daycare, they're all full. And I've had them say that they're full for like 2 years.
Lynn says she can only work on the weekends when her kids are with their father.
That's why I stay home with her. I don't really have anybody to watch her. And that's another thing with childcare is it's expensive. So I would like to work so I can get her childcare. I just can't find anything.
There aren't that many people that are committed to that. That should be.
Nancy Youngberg, owner of Early Learning Center in Neenah, says she has the space for more kids, but doesn't have the workers.
Dedicating to working in this field is just a passion that many people have, and we're hoping that more people can pick up on that passion.
One area that unfortunately wasn't addressed in the budget is dealing with that kind of pipeline of workers in human services and especially childcare.
To date, the Childcare Counts program has sent monthly payments to over 3,300 providers in Wisconsin to stay open, recruit, and retain qualified staff. It's also provided care to over 113,000 children statewide.
The money that came through during COVID has helped us to survive, and to know that that might be able to be continued, that it's in the budget, is so exciting.
The governor announced $22 million in funding for the Partner Up grant program. It supports partnerships between businesses who purchase slots at existing childcare providers for their employees.
Employees get a free year of childcare, and employers have an ability to help solve through the childcare crisis that we're all experiencing right now.
Something Lynn says she's interested in.